Hey Cop Science, we are here at Zoo Atlanta and we're in the panda exhibit with Michelle from Zoo Atlanta.
Hey guys, welcome to Zoo Atlanta. Yeah, here today we're talking about our panda girls, which are behind me, Shiloon and Yaloon. There are two panda cubs. They're about 3.5 years old, almost 4 years old later this year. And they were born here at Zoo Atlanta to their parents, Yang Yang and Loon Loon. And you can see they're doing their favorite pastime, which is sleeping. Whenever they're not sleeping, they're eating. And then occasionally they poop.
So the Panda team put a snow machine on our wish list, and we had a very generous donor gift that to us. This past week it was cold enough for us to use it, and so we let it run in Habitat 1 for about 6 hours, and then the next day we put Yang Yang out there and he had a ball. All of our pandas seem to enjoy snow. We get it so rarely here, we don't get to see it that often. Even when we do get snow, it's not that much. But because we don't get snow that often, we thought it would be something enriching for them. You know, it's appropriate because it does snow in their natural habitat pretty regularly. That would be something that they would experience every winter in the mountains.
So one thing that we found out about pandas is they like to do a lot of sleeping and they sit around a lot. But one cool thing that you can do is Zoo Atlanta has an incredible panda cam. So you can see what they're doing all hours of the day. So let's take a look at some shots from Zoo Atlanta's panda cam. One thing that we notice when we're here at the zoo is that pandas and their paws are very different than like a human hand. Michelle, can you tell us a little bit of the anatomy behind a panda paw?
Sure. So How many fingers do you have? You have 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So let's count how many the panda has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This 6th finger is their pseudo thumb. And that allows them, as you can see, to hold on to things like what they eat, which is bamboo.
Getting to a food supply often requires dexterity and problem-solving abilities. This young black bear has learned that there is usually an abundant meal beneath a rock. With great care and strength, it is able to remove the rock and expose the nest of ants beneath. But what if the food itself is protected by a tough and inedible cover? The panda is able to feed almost exclusively on bamboo only because it has a 6th digit. This so-called thumb is actually an extension of the wrist bone. This allows it to grasp bamboo stems firmly in one paw. The panda can strip the coat from the bamboo using its 2 prominent front teeth and crush the stems with huge molars to get to the soft tissue inside. The panda's skull is wider and deeper than other bears, with a crest that runs the length of the head, providing a large surface area for the attachment of its necessarily powerful jaw muscles. But pandas still have the simple stomach and intestines of a carnivore, which means that they can only digest about 20% of their bamboo diet. Unlike herbivore stomachs, which contain microorganisms to dissolve plant matter, pandas have evolved a tough gullet and mucus cells that coat the stomach so it won't be torn by the shards of chewed bamboo. They also have a very thick stomach wall, effective in squeezing and churning large quantities of tough vegetation. To maintain their energy levels, they must eat constantly, spending up to 14 hours a day doing nothing else. In fact, the panda can only afford to sleep about 4 hours a day.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Yang Yang. Happy birthday to you.
This year for Yang's birthday, he got a very different pyramid cake. It involved several layers of brightly colored ice. The top layer had sugar cane frozen inside of it, and it was diluted apple juice just to make it a little different. The entire cake had cinnamon sprinkled on top, which is one of his favorite smells that clearly he enjoyed as he's rolling around in it. He also received a hand-painted box filled with biscuits and produce.
Thank you, Zoo Atlanta, for allowing us to learn so much about pandas. For today's culminating activity, after learning about pandas, research the panda's extra thumb and complete 2 of the following activities. Create a diagram of the anatomy of a panda's paw. Write an essay describing the ecosystem that a panda lives in. Create a claim about the reasons that pandas may have developed an extra thumb and support this claim with evidence. Or research another animal that may have a similar adaptation on its hand or paw.